Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Mondays bracket fights again. I didn't do a tier list for franchises. I just avoided it, to be honest. But with bracket fights, it seems like it's going to be more fun. So let's do it. But it started me off with a very hard one, to be honest. Planet of the Apes or X-Men? X-Men has been very up and down. The first two movies, a lot of people love them. People say they're great. I'm not big on them, to be honest. But I can see why people love them. The third one, Last Stand, was awful. Origins was awful. Wolverine, obviously, the first Wolverine movie was awful. First Class was amazing. First Class, Fassbender's Magneto story was so damn good. First Class was amazing. Days of Future Past, amazing as well. Apocalypse was not good, but in a way, it was enjoyable in some ways. Enjoyable. The Wolverine, I liked it. Didn't love it. I liked it though. Logan was one of the best movies of all time for me. Like, Logan is so good, Marvel-wise. I think it's the best Marvel-based movie, in my opinion, Logan. So, they've made, obviously, this Dark Phoenix as well, which is terrible. And then there's Deadpool. That doesn't really count, because it's not X-Men, but it's in the same universe. Those ones are good as well, obviously. So, it's been very up and down. They've made some terrible movies and some great movies. Great movies like Days of Future Past, First Class and Logan, and bad ones like Dark Phoenix, Last Stand and Origins. So, I'm a superhero fan. I love superheroes more than anything in movies. But Planet of the Apes, this trilogy is one of the best trilogies of all time. I'm not joking, it's that good. The first movie was solid, a good setup, and the ending was amazing. The second one, well, the first one was Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The second one was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That was amazing, that movie. That was like a war movie in a way, like humans versus apes. It was crazy, that movie. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was amazing for me, the best one. And then there was War for the Planet of the Apes. That one was amazing as well. Visually really nice too. And it had it was quite slow, but very interesting. And it was a nice ending to the trilogy. 3 solid movies. Half great, half bad. But I do like superheroes. And I love Wolverine. And Magneto. Especially Fassbender's Magneto. So this is a tough one. It's a very tough one. But I'm going to go for consistency in this one. I'm going to go for Planet of the Apes. But I am gutted to not have X-Men go further. That's a weird photo to choose, but that's Shrek. And obviously Transformers. I love how they chose the reboot, but obviously we're going to include the Michael Bay movies. There's 2 good movies, the first one and this one, the reboot, Bumblebee. But the 2007 movie was good, I think. But Revenge of the Fallen, nope. Dark of the Moon, nope. Age of Extinction, nope. The Last Night, definitely not. But then again, I did enjoy them to an extent. Like, I did enjoy Age of Extinction quite a lot because he had a great villain. Lockdown was a great villain for me. Dark of the Moon, in a way, watchable for me. Revenge of the Fallen as well. First one I really like. This one was actually a good movie as well. The Last Night I'd never watch again. But in some ways, even the bad ones are watchable. Apart from The Last Night. Having said that, Shrek 1 and 2 was amazing. 3 and 4 not so much, but 1 and 2 was amazing. So we have to choose Shrek, surely. Marvel, oh really? Really? You put the MCU against The Lord of the Rings. Are you being serious? Are you mad? So I do have superhero bias, and I love the MCU. I love how they built it up. Infinity War was amazing as well. Endgame was unreal. Infinity War was better though. Infinity War was unreal, but Endgame had a crazy ending. Had a great ending and a satisfying ending. Even made me cry. I had a tear to my eye when you know who died. When Spider-Man came along and to try to say hello to him. It was a very sad moment. It's a very sad. Mr. Stark, we did it. It brought a tear to my eye. The second time watching it, not the first time. The second time watching it, it brought a tear to my eye. But yeah, that's the Endgame is the only movie that's made me cry. So that could be taken into account. But they do have bad movies. They've had bad movies. There is not one bad movie here. Unless you say Hobbit. Hobbit has some bad movies, sure. I love the first one, not the second and third. But Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, does not have a bad movie. They're all great. All of them are great. This one obviously has 22 movies, I think now. It has 22 movies. It's about half great, half bad, right? Actually, no. There's some great movies, some good movies, some average movies, and some terrible ones. There's no like, they're not consistently great, but they do have some great movies. But this one, I went for consistency with that one, so I have to pick Lord of the Rings. I have to pick Lord of the Rings. Even though I love Infinity War, especially Infinity War, then Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first Avengers movie, there's a few others as well that I really enjoy. Captain America, just Trilogy in general, Civil War, Ragnarok I liked as well. There's so much to like about the MCU, and I love Marvel, but I can't not pick Lord of the Rings. It has to be Lord of the Rings. I have to be unbiased as well. I've got to be like, think about who has the better movies consistently. The Matrix or Star Trek. I haven't seen Star Trek, so by default it's The Matrix, 100%. I really like the first one though. I don't really like the sequels. Oh, come on. Are you serious? You have pitted one of the best, arguably the best, action franchise of all time against one of the most iconic franchises of all time. Like, what's up with all these hard ones? Like, why? Why do this? This should be like a semi-final. So should that should have been a semi-final, and that one as well. What on earth? I gotta pick Rocky for the iconic stuff, and it has better storyline. That's for sure. Die Hard is amazing. The first four are amazing. The fifth one is terrible, but the first four are they're all great. But this one, there might be maybe one bad movie, but most of the Rocky movies, and Creed included, are great. So it has to be Rocky. Men in Black, haven't seen the other one. Fast and Furious. I like the first five. The first one I really enjoyed. The second one is alright, but I liked it in a way. It's like a buddy cop movie in some ways. Then the third one, Tokyo Drift, was quite good, I think. The fourth one was interesting. The fifth one was when they started to go more action than racing. But the fifth one worked. The fifth one was amazing. But then the sixth and seventh and eighth kind of ruined it because they went too over the top with the action. And 9 was going to go even crazier, probably, based on the trailer. 7 had a nice ending, though, because of the tribute. But it's not like an amazing franchise. It's just fun. It's just popcorn fun, innit? I can still enjoy them, even when they're bad, I can still enjoy them to an extent. Blade Runner, I've watched both. I'm not a big fan of either one. I don't know why, but this franchise just doesn't click for me. It just doesn't work for me. I'm not sure why. I love the cast. I just think the cast is great. The acting is good. I've just never bought into the storyline. It just not for me. So has to be Fast and Furious. Have not seen Harry Potter yet, but I will eventually. Pirates of the Caribbean. Why did they choose the worst one as the poster? Really? Well, that's the worst one. But they're all bad apart from the first one. The first one was amazing. If you haven't watched Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, if you haven't seen that one, watch it right now. Curse of the Black Pearl is one of the best Disney movies. It's amazing. It's amazing. But the second one was terrible. Actually, no, it was all right to an extent, but average. The second and third one was the same movie. Actually, they ended the second one on a cliffhanger, and the third one continued from there. So they made like one long movie, split it into two. It didn't work. The fourth one is this, even worse. The fifth one is actually alright, the best one since the first one, but still not amazing. But I haven't seen this, so I have to pick the one I've seen. So yeah, Planet of the Apes definitely beats Shrek. 3 great movies. So is this, Lord of the Rings, 100%. Against Planet of the Apes, oh my days. Yeah, Rocky beats Men in Black. Men in Black are good, fun movies, but Rocky beats them 100%. Especially after the recent Men in Black movie. More good movies. This has one good movie. I love Jack Sparrow, but it's not enough for me to not pick that one. I speak highly of this franchise, but Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I love this. I probably enjoyed this more actually, but Lord of the Rings, better movies, it's solid. But they're both amazing though, that's for sure. Let me just restart the camera because it's gone 10 minutes, otherwise it starts to lag a bit. My screen record has a different frame rate, so it starts to lag sometimes when I record too long, so I gotta like stop it every 10 minutes. Rocky v Fast and Furious, I mean, Rocky 100% wins that. It's not even a contest in my opinion. See, now this is more of a semi-final. Like, we had semi-final matchups in the first round. Now this is actually in the semi-final and it's semi-final worthy. Has to be Lord of the Rings for me. Rocky is amazing, has more good movies as well, but the trilogy of Lord of the Rings is something else. I heard it's coming out in 4K soon. I gotta buy that, that's for sure. But Lord of the Rings, 100%. Alright, on to the other side. Isn't this is the TV show? There's a movie, I know there's a movie, but this is the TV show poster. I haven't watched it either anyway. Mission Impossible, great franchise. It has one bad movie, maybe the second one. The rest of them are great, and they get better every time. Fallout was amazing, man. I loved it. And I loved the fifth one as well. And the fourth one in the Dubai Tower. Oh, these movies are amazing. Tom Cruise is a legend of the game. Mad Max, I like him. I liked all four of them. Is there four or there three? I liked all of them anyway. I think there was one that wasn't that good. I really like the new one that came out 5 years ago. It was Tom Hardy as Mad Max. He came out with Charlize Theron. That one was really good, visually nice as well. But James Bond is James Bond. It's iconic. It's been around a long time. Has a lot of great movies. Has like 30 movies, I think. I don't know. I got them all right there on Blu-ray. You can see with the box sets, like that thing there. That's the box sets. But it has to be James Bond. It has to be James Bond. Indiana Jones, haven't seen it yet, but I want to. Jurassic Park is amazing, so it has to win that. Obviously, I haven't seen the other one. Alien, I've watched a few of the movies, Alien, Predator, but I haven't seen all of them, so I can't really judge properly. Toy Story, every one is solid. Every single one is great. Like, you could make an argument for each one being the best one in the franchise. Like, there's not many franchises you can do that, but every single one has an argument for being the best one out of the four. So Toy Story, 100%. Oceans, I saw this like a few months ago, I think. Then there's Star Wars. Oceans, the first one was good. The rest, no. Then there was a women's one actually that came out, Ocean's 8. That was alright. That wasn't terrible, but I didn't love it. But it was alright. This one was the best one. Star Wars. The originals were amazing, all three of them. The trilogy was amazing. The prequels, first two were terrible. First one was average, second one was terrible. But Revenge of the Sith, that was amazing. So that's 4 amazing movies. I personally love Force Awakens, so that makes 5. I did not like the sequels. Force Awakens I think was great, it was a great setup, but the 2 sequels messed it up. But Force Awakens as a standalone was actually quite good in my opinion. So that makes 5. Last Jedi, no. Rise of Skywalker, definitely no. Rogue One I liked, so that's 6 good movies there. I didn't like Solo at all, but that's 6 good movies against 1 good movie. Star Wars, yeah. I haven't seen that anyway, but Terminator is amazing, especially the second one. Oh, what a movie. Mission Impossible or James Bond? I love Mission Impossible, but it has to be James Bond. Jurassic against Toy Story. All solid. This one has one great movie, when you think about it. The first one was great, second one not so great, the third one was bad. I still enjoyed the third one though, I did. Jurassic World was fun, but it's not a great movie though, but it's fun. Fallen Kingdom is just disappointing. One great movie against 4, it has to be Toy Story. Even though I like dinosaurs, I like the way Jurassic is filmed, especially Jurassic World, but it has to be Toy Story. I prefer Terminator. I prefer Terminator to Star Wars, definitely. They've pitted the 2 biggest superheroes together. It makes sense, to be fair. It makes sense. But you got Spider-Man I'm guessing they're going with every Spider-Man movie, I guess, including Raimi and the MCU, I guess. But this is only The Dark Knight. That's all it needs, to be fair. But the Dark Knight trilogy, it wins. It wins. But yeah, these are the two poster boys for their companies. Marvel's poster boy and DC's poster boy. Although he's owned by Sony, not Marvel, but still a poster boy. It has to be Dark Knight trilogy. Batman Begins was amazing. The Dark Knight was amazing. Dark Knight Rises not so amazing, but still had a fitting ending. It was just amazing. So has to beat Spider-Man. James Bond over Toy Story. I think James Bond has to win that. Sorry Terminator, sorry Arnold. The Dark Knight trilogy trumps that. Dark Knight trilogy over James Bond as well. Yep, he's in the final. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not surprised by this, but Lord of the Rings and The Dark Knight is the final. Two of the greatest trilogies of all time. Like literally, my top 5 trilogies would be these two. Planet of the Apes. I'm not sure after that, to be honest, but yeah, that's free. That's my top 3, I guess. But yeah, I'm sure I can think of them if I can. Never mind. I do have a bias towards Batman, but obviously The Dark Knight. Like even people who don't like superheroes love The Dark Knight. Like, The Dark Knight is loved by superhero fans, by superhero haters. It's loved by all different types of audiences. Like people love The Dark Knight, especially the second movie, obviously. This is just something special. It's just something special. Like people love it, and I love it, and it's brilliant. Like The Dark Knight is literally a must-watch movie. If you're a movie fan, The Dark Knight is literally, you have to watch it. Like there's no question about it. If you like movies, then The Dark Knight has to be something you actually watch. The Lord of the Rings is the same though. It's iconic as well. But here's the thing, right? Consistently, this one has 3 great movies. This one has 2 great movies and one that's good. The first 2 in here were amazing. The Dark Knight is a top 10 movie of all time. The Lord of the Rings does not have a top 10 movie in my opinion. Dark Knight Rises weakens the trilogy, I think, because it's not a great movie, but has good action in it and has a good ending. Almost made me cry in the way it ended as well. But Lord of the Rings has had 3 great movies. The first 2 were more build-up, though, to be fair. The first one was a lot slower. The second one had a great ending. The third one was the best one. The third one was like insane. But still, if you were to pit these against each other, Batman Begins wins, The Dark Knight wins, and Dark Knight Rises loses. Dark Knight trilogy then. 2-1. 2-1 head to head. So there we go. Movie franchises. That's how you save your work. As if it's work. But there we go. There is my brackets for movie franchises. Oh yes. It looks very nice. But this was unfair. This was unfair. That was unfair. What else was unfair? There was something else that was yeah, Die Hard and Rocky in the first round. Are you mad? Literally, Die Hard should have been like here. Like, whatever. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, I don't know who that is. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.